Okay, I'm going to install this big 1100 gallon of rainwater barrel for rainwater harvesting. You can see how big it is. It's huge. It can hold 1100 gallons. You see, that's how big it is. And for that I had to make a good base, to make the base so that the tank will be level. I got this crush and run from the quarry here. It's about 3 tons. It doesn't look much, but it's very heavy, but it works very well. It'll compact very well, so it will be even by the time you install the water tank on the using crush and run. It'll have a good base, a good solid base, and I kept the center blocks around it so that it holds the material, the aggregate, so the aggregate doesn't flow away in rain, and it maintains the shape. So on each side I'm giving like 1 feet extra, because the rain barrel is going to be very heavy with water in it. So 1 feet extra wide on all around it, so that it'll help maintain the same base level. It cannot tilt, because then it will break the water tank. So by the time I'm done with this, you will see I'll have the well water system plugged in for the kitchen and drinking water, which I have the filters and everything set up. So all the filters and everything. So this is the well. It's a 6-inch bore well, and it's plumbed into the pump house. And that is hello kitty, how's it going? Are you okay? You're having fun too? You're learning the tricks of the trade? Yeah, that's how you learn. Just keep doing things, you learn. Alright, so that's our panther trying to jump or do something. Alright, so that's the pump house for the well. I have plumbed everything into the ground about 2 feet down, so in winter it won't freeze. And I'm trying to go to put a roof on it soon. It's almost done. All the plumbing is done. You can see the plumbing. This is the pump. The pump is a very good old pump. It's a Myers pump. It's very reliable. I have a sediment filter, which I have installed inline, which has a flush out. I can flush it with that. I can flush out the dirty water, and I can reuse the filter. That's a reusable sediment filter. I had to put the filter in there, the material. And these are the 2 big filters for the drinking water in the kitchen. This is the extra filter for all the other sediments, and carbon filter. So all that goes, and I have installed a pressure gauge, so when the filter get clogged, I will know. If it's less than 20 psi, then the normal should be around 30-40 psi. Then I know that the filter is clogged. So that's how I would know when to change the filter or clean the filter. And then I have installed a pressure relief valve for safety. So for some reason the pressure builds up, that valve will let the pressure go. Anything above 75 psi, it will let the pressure out. They should never come to 75 psi or above. So that is the safety mechanism. I have a gate valve right there. That gate valve will only let water go one way, so any water will not come back from the house. It's a one-way gate valve, very reliable. It's a brass. It lasts a very long time. It's very reliable gate valve, better than those plastic ones. I have another pressure gauge here, just to make sure. I have 2 gauges. If one goes wrong, other one should give, and if both are working, they should read the same psi on both. And for the pressure tank, there's a pressure switch that controls how to maintain your pressure. Minimum is 30, and 50 range. Anything below 30 psi, it will start the pump. Pump is hooked up. The power is going from the pressure switch of the well pressure tank to the pump. Right there, it goes and connects. The power connects to the pump, and pump also has a safety feature so that if there is no water pressure, pump will turn off. That means the well doesn't have water, so pump will turn off. So pump will not burn, and that is the sensing valve right there. You see that cable going back to the pressure control switch, and using that mechanism, it will sense if there is no water, it will turn off the pump. So it will prevent the pump from getting burned out. And you can see then this is the electricity coming from the house. I have plumbed the electric current right there. So current goes into the pressure tank, and the pressure tank controls the pump when to turn on and off depending on the range you want. For me is 30 to 50 psi is the range. Anything below, it will turn on the pump. Anything above, it will turn off the pump. So that's how it goes. And all the plumbing has been done the best I could. I have put unions so that I can remove them for servicing. All these unions will help you to service them easily. And I have put the knobs for turning off and on the water. So when I'm flushing the filter, I can turn off. I can turn off the supply to the house, and then I can flush the filter out using that connection. That will filter the water out using the dirty pipe, we can call it. So it will flush the filter in a separate pipe. It won't contaminate with the home house water. And so all that is hooked up, is all ready to go. And that is for the house, and drinking water and cooking water going to the kitchen. That tank that you see is for the rest of the house, laundry, bathing, and all that. And this is all, that will be totally depending on rainwater, because our well doesn't have much water. So it has enough water for